Hey, I'm Rory. I've just sold almost all of my belongings. I have left my house and I'm about to go on a long journey of self-development or traveling the world. So to start with, I closed my business that I've been running for 4.5 years, super proud of, the Guitar Ninja. But I have left the website live, so if you do want to learn guitar, there'll be a link. Ended my relationship, sold most of my belongings, bought a travel guitar and an expensive backpack. Come up with some ideas, but no solid plans apart from the first destination. And by far, this is the scariest thing I have ever done in my life. And yeah, let me know what the scariest thing is you've ever done in the comments. I'd love to read through them and kind of have a chat. Okay, so let's jump into the main body of this video. I've done a lot of research in this, so if you're thinking about traveling, this is what I'm gonna pack for my world travel with no plan on where I'm going, what I'm gonna do, trying to keep it as lightweight as possible, but still trying to make sure that I've got things to do on the travel. So to start with, there's 3 bags. I've got my carry-on bag. This fits into the limits of almost every air flight carry-on. There's a lot of room in there at the moment, things have just been thrown in, but I will be packing for this video. This is a bum bag. This actually doesn't count as anything extra. It's not a personal item, nothing, just like pockets on a coat. You can have stuff in it, it's great. And then I've got the main backpack. This one is the Osprey Atoms AG65. I bought this one because it has the mesh on the back so you can breathe. It also supports your back. Really good grip around the waist for extra support. Pockets on the sides and access points all over the place. I did a lot of research to make sure I got the best bag. It is big enough, it has to go into check-in. However, I'm making sure there's enough room in here that these bits can get in here. So when I'm in a country, I only have to carry one item, but it's nice to have some carry-on stuff to keep me sane on the plane. So I'm packing it this way with the plans that everything in these can also get into the excess loose space in this bag. Now you can also have carry-on items. Most people have a laptop bag, but that can fit in there for me. It could be a purse, a briefcase. However, if the backpack's small enough to fit under the seat, then technically a backpack is also a personal item. So again, you can carry this additionally without charge on most airlines, but be careful of the airline, the sizes might change and rules might be different. But in here I've got my travel guitar already broken down into neck and body, so that's ready to just slide in. That means I can have it with me instead of having to put it into the hold. This is my personal belonging bag, so my guitar's going in there, and all of this is just stuff for guitar, spare strings, cleaning stuff, tuners. If you're a guitarist, you might be interested. If you're not, I'm sure that's all you need to see. So in my carry-on bag, I've got my documents, all my itineraries for the travel I have got planned and booked. I've got some sweets, obviously, and I thought essential things because your hold luggage can get lost. So I've kept the mosquito net in my hand luggage. Obviously I've got some toiletries, sun cream, after sun, bug repellent, UV, so sun cream, lip balm, some tablets for cleaning water to make it drinkable, because in the Dominican Republic that is needed. Just some wet wipes, because apparently they're really handy to have. I've got a few more Ziploc bags. A battery torch, again I don't really want the main one in the other bag being lost, but that's a good backup. Sunglasses, because I'm about to go to a hot place. Noise cancelling headphones so I can enjoy myself on the plane without either being too loud to others or having to hear crying babies all the time. Then I've got my technology bag. So this has got cameras and things in. I'll do a separate one on that in a second. And then essential clothes. If my hold luggage gets lost with all my clothes, I at least want a change for the warmer country. I'm getting on in winter in England, and I'm going to be getting off in 30-degree sun in a tropical island in the Caribbean. So I definitely want to change the clothes from getting on the plane to what I want to wear once I get off. So in the technology one, I've got my tripod, a battery bank and charging lead, my GoPro with 3 spare batteries, a charging block and leads needed, SD cards and an adapter for my laptop. I have my SIM card remover, which is really handy because all these different countries, I'm probably going to want to get local SIMs. I'm keeping it on that card so I don't lose it. I'm then taking my Mavic drone, I think it's the Air 2, yeah, Mavic Air 2. So I'm taking that with me. I've got some spare blades, the controller, and the charge for that. So all of this lot fits in here. Remember that if you've got batteries and you're about to fly, you want to make sure that you have those batteries in your hand luggage if they're spare batteries. So These batteries, the recharger, I don't have a spare for that, but this one comes out. So these should all be in hand luggage, not checked hold luggage. So the bum bag now has lots of room for other things in. This is just what I feel are the essentials. Again, I don't want to overweigh everything, so there's lots more room to fit things in, but this will do. So got passport and emergency contact information in both English and Spanish. Some in-ear buds in case the sound cancelling headphones are too much. Then I've got a decent mask, an eye mask, a face mask for like COVID reasons, an inflatable pillow. So this is all kind of like important and comfort. Plug-in headphones because most of the planes need that. You can't Bluetooth on. So I made sure I've got some plug-in headphones in here, earphones, some tissues, a drink and a toothbrush, USB pen because sometimes the information is a lot easier to use a USB pen to get things printed if you need. A couple of code padlocks. Now they're not going to live in here as such. They're probably going to be used for the main bag, but just for added security, I've got those on me. And then some condoms just because we're going travelling. Don't fancy losing those in hold luggage. I am single, might as well take some with me and play it safe. So the main backpack, you can see, is pretty organised into packing cubes. So we've got socks and boxers, t-shirts and shorts, and a pair of trousers, swimming stuff including shoes, hiking stuff including underlayers, water cover, torch and things, extra things you're going to need like power supplies, and then toiletries including kitchen things, a couple of water bottles, and we've got my personal information again in sealed, in a waterproof thing to go in the bag as well. So that's what's going all in there. Let's have a look at what's in the non-clove bags first, and then we'll do the closed things at the end. Okay, so we've got one of my long packing cubes and one of the more rectangular ones that compresses, and this is all the stuff that's going in between these two. I haven't exactly worked out where I want to put each thing yet, but let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got power supply, extension lead, 2 plugs, 3 USB and a USB-C. Really handy to make sure that you've got everything, but we have a UK plug on there. Now this is one of the best purchases I've had for travel. It's a travel cube. You can select if you want an EU, UK or US, and then it's got all of the inputs and another 3 USB and a USB-C, so lots of power options. So I can turn that to the whichever one I need, plug this one into the back, and now I have 6 USB, 2 USB-C and 2 plugs here that I can use to charge things up. So that's going to be really helpful for charging the phone, laptop and cameras if I've had a busy day filming. Charging lead for the phone. I've got a couple of these dotted around, but always good to have. Right, let's see what makes sense now for packing stuff. So I've got decent hiking gloves and smaller gloves. So I think I'll put the smaller gloves in with the electronic bits. I've got a sleeping bag liner. I'm probably going to have to rent a sleeping bag at some point, so that's really good to have. And then something for stretching your muscles, just a resistance band. That's going to come in quite handy. Anti-mozzie, I've got 2 of these, so I'm going to put one in each bag. Earplugs, again this stuff seems like it's more for the room, so I'm going to try and make this one more for going out. So I've got waterproof trousers, these are just a thin over the top layer. Then I've got thermal top and thermal trousers, travel torch, a life straw, so this is for drinking water safely, basically. You can drink just out of a river. Water bottles that are compressed easily, so let's throw one in each. Guitar cover case. I'm not likely to need this unless I'm trekking, so I'll throw that in here. Head torch, definitely trekking. And then I've got the big puffy gloves, which I think might need to go into the compressor. Oh, and a bracelet that's got quite a length of string on. You've got flint and steel to spark and a survival whistle. So a little bit of a survival thing. Don't know if it's ever going to come in handy, but I'll make sure I've got it when I'm in the jungle. Okay, so into the kitchen and bathroom bag. So we've got a dog bowl, believe it or not. It seemed like the best, easiest material. So I've got a nice collapsible dog bowl and a spoon, fork, spanner, everything all in one. Some soap pads, so this helps your soap dry out because I've taken dry shampoo and dry conditioner in these pots. So it's good to be able to put them on there and dry out, otherwise they get all stuck in these pots and it's horrible. So I've got the mats and I've got shampoo and conditioner, soap, I've got toothpaste pellets. So again, we're just trying to limit all the liquids here. Just a standard bag for anything, a washing line, that's going to come in handy, earbuds and fabric wash leaves. So these are really fine. Haven't used them yet, so I don't know how good they are, but they seem promising. I do want to make sure I'm looking alright whilst I'm travelling, so I've got my razor with all the trimming edges and the power lead to charge it. I went out my way to find one that charged off USB so that I could charge it in any country, not worrying about adapters because I've got the travel cube elsewhere. A tea towel, yes, booby one, boobs rule. We've got random empty pots that I think are going to be used for herbs and spices because I don't know what the hostel situations are going to be like. Face scrub, soap, a microfiber towel that's going to destroy everything. And that's it. Yeah, I've got my lip balm. I don't know if that's going in because I've got the UV lip balm as well. That might just stay with me here. Oh, and the toiletries bag itself is one that comes on a hook and hangs out so you can get access to everything easily. So obviously the toiletries bag will get the stuff that's in the bum bag and the hand pack and things as well. So obviously I've got a toothbrush, even though I didn't see it in that bag. I've got a couple of solid water bottles. I've also got the collapsible ones. I might take both, but I think if I do that and it gets frustrating, then I may get rid of one of these. Well, pass it on to somebody else who needs it. Then I've just got a few spare bags in a spare packing case. So if I buy new clothes or I want to separate the dirty clothes and things like that, that's easily done. So I think that leaves us with just clothes. Okay, so first of all, we've got the underwear bag. This is fairly simple. I've got just 5 pairs of boxes in there. So I've got 5 in there, 1 in my carry-on. I'll be wearing a set, so I'll have 7 pairs of boxes in total that I'll be leaving with. I should be able to wash up regularly. I'm staying in warm countries to start with, or with friends, so I should always have a way to dry clothes and hang them out and things like that, so we should be fine with that many. I've only got a couple of pairs of socks because I'm thinking it's going to be warm enough temperatures to be walking around in flip-flops or thongs or whatever you call them. And then hiking socks because I am going to do a lot of walking. So I've got 3 pairs of hiking socks in there and I'm hoping that's enough. There's a part of me wondering if that's not enough. But we'll find out. So there's my boxers and socks. Don't think you need to see that in any more detail. And then we have the outfits, although I haven't really thought about how things look together so much as for how functional they are. Okay, so starting with what I'm wearing to the airport, I'm going to wear my heavier, thicker jeans that keep me warm, a heavier long sleeve top, and my coat. This isn't an ideal coat for like the Andes. Remember, I'm going to be going from hot temperatures to cold, high altitudes, so I've got to pack for everything. So this is keep my weight down in the bags, wear my jeans, heavier top, coat. My hair's a bit stupid, hence the reason why I've been wearing this today. I'm growing it long, so I'm hoping it will look good, but it's going to be a few months to get there. But yeah, this is outfit number 1. Okay, so crease to hell, but this one's what's going to be thrown in with the hand luggage. I've heard that in the Dominican Republic, it's quite popular for people to want slightly smarter dress and a bit more formal. So I'm hoping they've got an iron there. I'm not going to iron it now because it's just going to be crunched back into the packing. But yeah, so I've got my shirt in the emergency hand stuff. On top of that, it probably doesn't go with the shirt. I haven't thought about style. I wanted something that's a warmer layer, that's super thin and light, so it's not too heavy or too hot, but also that's going to cover my arms and things, to both be warm in the evenings if I need it, but also to be able to cover my skin from potential mozzie bites and things like that. So I've got this jacket too. Don't think it really goes with the shirt, mind you, but we'll go with other things that I wear. I like it because it's light, it's flimsy, it's easy to bring, and yeah, again, it's quite easy to make it cover a lot of where you might get bitten. Okay, so the next outfit in my emergency stuff is this. Is obviously going to be super hot. I want to be able to breathe and get movement. Lighter colours apparently help get rid of mosquitoes and things like that, so I'm hoping that this lot works. This was my shot from skydiving in Byron Bay, which was amazing. If you've not skydived, even if you're scared of it, go do it. It's literally awesome. But yeah, so this is outfit number 2 or 3, I suppose. Shirt and jeans counts as 2. And this is with my emergency gear. So I've got both hot and cold, smart and casual, both in there. This is swim short 1. These are the only shorts and trousers that I know I'm taking that don't have zip pockets. Then these are my new swim shorts with zip pockets. So again, managing to feel safe. Not worn these at all yet, so I have no idea how good they are. They were fairly cheap, so fingers crossed they don't fall apart. Okay, so the next outfit is a generic outfit. Fairly nice feeling top for exercise. It's actually quite breathable. And then I've got stretchy zip pocket trousers. They do zip off, they do zip up. There's all sorts of bits and bobs. These were fairly cheap. They're from Decathlon, but they're really comfy, they're stretchy, but they are thin, and they're the only trousers apart from the jeans I'm taking with me. So these will pair up well with the underlayers as another thin layer, and then the waterproof overtops to then have a triple layer, thin, but each one being waterproof and warm and things like that. So yeah, really think that they are going to work for the minimal weight and the most use. I could use these with the waterproofs, without, with the underlayer, without, etc. And then just a nice comfy top for day-to-day use. And last lot, we've got another pair of shorts, again with zip pockets. These are actually the same as those greeny ones I had. A nice thin, breathable top as well. Lots of movement for airflow, and it's full of tiny holes. Like I can see through it. So yeah, this is the last outfit. That's everything apart from the underlayers and underwear. When this lot all goes into the main bag, there's a few different ways I can lay it out. Whilst I've got everything else in my hand luggage, I'm just going to get away with throwing this stuff just straight into the bag. Now, once I've got everything from the other bags in this one, this actually has side pockets that just happen to match this size almost perfectly. So if I look here, the side zips here open up to a nice compartment that just happens to slot in like a perfect fit. So I'll do that on both sides. Then these side pockets also are really good for fitting these in. So I can fit these in down these side pockets as well, which I can genuinely get them in, but I'm not going to mess around on camera with that right now. So right now, whilst everything else is in other bags, I'm just going to throw everything into the main compartment. Okay, so that's the main backpack. That is the personal item. That is my bum bag. We went through most of the hand luggage, but I just realised I've also got my malaria tablets that they need to be accessible with the receipts and things still, just to be safe. And then I've got my laptop, charger, a connector to HDMI so I can put my laptop on a bigger screen if there's one available, phone charger, earbuds, and then a couple of little bracelets that are just from people that matter to me. I've actually got a third one that's not in this pile because that's sat upstairs in my room at the moment. So yeah, that lot's all going in the laptop bag as well, and then all going into the hand luggage. So that is everything that I'm taking with me. It's just these 4 bags. Like I say, everything from that can actually fit in this. I know it probably doesn't look like it right now, but I have tested it. Everything in there can fit in here. The travel guitar, I will have to find a way to strap it to this if I just want one thing on my back. And the bum bag can stay as a bum bag, or again, I believe everything will fit in here as well. So that's everything that I'm gonna pack. Let me know in the comments below what I might have missed off that you'd take, what I'm taking that you think is pointless weight. Again, really interested to see what people suggest. I've not done this before, so I'm genuinely interested in what you all might think. You might come up with something that I'm like, wow, I need to make sure I get that ASAP. So yeah, leave a comment and I will read. Genuinely, I'll read every single comment. So whilst I have no solid plans, I do have some rough ideas. The ideas are there in case I don't find anything spontaneous to do. I don't make new friends in the hostels, you know. I'm just trying to be extra careful that I don't go on this trip and feel lost in the middle of nowhere, emotionally as well as physically. So these are the rough ideas. I'm going to start off in the Dominican Republic, head over to Peru, go into the Amazon in Peru for a bit, head up to Mexico, go visit some friends in America. There's a few other stops I'd love to do, including Cerro Gordo silver mines, which obviously through YouTube is how I found out about those mines almost 2 years ago now. Yeah, I've been following Brent's journey for ages. Anyway, really cool channel if you haven't seen it before, really interesting stuff to watch. So I want to head over there, see my friends in Oregon, maybe go over to Hawaii, New Zealand, where I've got friends, Australia where I've got friends and cousins, and then head up north towards Thailand. However, I have no idea if that's how it's going to go. I have no idea when and how I'm going to run out of money, but that's the idea. I'm just going to follow that plan if nothing spontaneous comes up, but I'm not booking things in advance, so spontaneous things can come up. I feel like the ultimate level of freedom and spontaneity is going to help me really discover more about who I am, what I actually want to do, what are my kind of impulses and things like that, and what moral compass do I really want to stand by. So I think it will be really cool. Okay, so I've gone through everything that I'm going to pack, but it's always good to give a better understanding with what I'm doing with my finances. I've managed to put a lot of money into stocks, so I'm going to sell those stocks whilst I travel. I've also moved out of my house, but I've kept ownership, so I can rent that out, and that's going to give me enough money, hopefully, for food. I still have the Guitar Ninja website going, so that should be able to bring in a little bit. I haven't got many subscribers on there because I've not heavily marketed, advertised, or pushed it. I'm doing this so that I can look back on it. I'd like the bonus of earning, but if it doesn't, that doesn't matter. This is genuinely to give information, to share what I've learned with others that want to travel, but also for me to be able to look back on, and my friends and family to be able to follow my journey and see where I was. It would be really interesting when I finish to look back and see how I felt at the beginning. So another thing that I'd really like to do is experiment with my music. That's why I'm taking a travel guitar with me. I have posted some tracks recently. There are some links below for Spotify and the videos here on YouTube. So I'd really appreciate you checking those out. Anyway, it can be really easy to ramble. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do the like, subscribe, comments, all of that stuff. Hope the things that I'm packing have helped you pack if you're going on a travel journey. Hope you've enjoyed this if you're a friend or family just following along. And yes, the music that's been running in the background is one of my tracks just without the lyrics. It's Come Travel With Me. So again, links in the description. Check it all out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update, probably from the Dominican Republic.